This is our How to Draw for Beginners Part 2, the shape method. Our objective is to be able to successfully use the shape method of drawing to scale up and accurately replicate a reference image. So our first word worth knowing is the shape method. The shape method is a method of drawing where you break down your subject into simple shapes such as circles, squares, and triangles. And you can see on that example of the horse, so it's breaking up that shape of a horse into simple shapes first before you work on details. Our second word worth knowing is blocking in. Blocking in is drawing the general size and overall shape of a subject first to get the proportion and size correct. So that is a barg plate on the right, and what they are doing to draw that statue of a foot is to block in the overall shape first and then keep going into more and more detail. So you want to get the general size and shape first before you start doing any kind of details. So another version of blocking in is called drawing an envelope. So if you hear me say an envelope, that's also what I mean. So the shape method, again, we're drawing what you see, not what you just think you see. That's really important. So the shape method is any object can be drawn using a combination of basic shapes. So before drawing details, you're going to assemble the basic structure of an object by using ovals, circles, squares, and triangles. You want to examine the size relationships between the shapes. I cannot stress that enough. Once you get the shapes assembled, then you refine your subject and add details. So if you have a bunch of circles for the face, then once you do that, then you go in and start refining and making those shapes a little bit more close to what you see. But you just want to summarize what you see before you start getting into the details. Don't forget to use siding to keep accurate proportion and angles. So still use your pencil and you're like, well, what is this angle? What is this angle? Still do that. All these things work together. And this method is good for working from a reference image or a photograph or from life. So this is something that's going to translate from when we start looking at things in person to draw. All right, so now you are going to do your practice work. So I'm going to come around and check, but if you need help, always please ask. I would love to help you, and I can't wait to see how much better you guys get.